Hi everyone, there's a new update coming out for No Man's Land, which should hopefully be released on Tuesday the 20th of September. Hopefully everything goes well and it is released on that date. I'm going to go through most of what's coming out on this update 5.4. It's not a massive update, but I think there's some really good stuff in it. So let's go and have a look at it and see what we've got. The last part of Season 11, the final season of The Walking Dead is coming out. And with it, we also get weekly season missions called Finish the Fight. And there'll be 8 episodes in total, each coming out on a Monday as usual. And with the extra reward for completing them within the week. We've also got the usual campaign. It's the 7th anniversary campaign because it's nearly the game's birthday. And we've got 2 new rewards to get. The first is Rosita's Macrowit, which is a bruiser weapon. And the last one is a new hero, another alt hero, and it's Fighter Rosita. She looks pretty good, to be honest. Well, doesn't Rosita always? So, usual way to collect campaign tokens, nothing new there. Get them from the challenge, distance, daily quests, and the trade shop. You'll have to reset twice to get Fighter Rosita, but I think she might actually be worth it. So let's have a look at her, shall we? Fighter Rosita is a bruiser, and her leader trait is called Fighting Fury. You're going to be able to run into a group of walkers and hit loads of them, or the same one over and over if you want. So for each adjacent walker she is next to on her main attack, you can get X amount of extra attacks. As you can see here, at level 7 she'll get 2 extra attacks if she's not in lead. If she is in lead, then you will be able to get 3 extra attacks. The extra attacks can only be used on adjacent enemies, so the ones you were adjacent to when it triggered. If you move at all during it, then you will forfeit any of your additional extra attacks. However, you can use your last extra attack as tactical to move out of the way. What this means for her as a bruiser is you're going to be able to run in and try and stun something. If that doesn't work, you'll have extra attacks to either try and stun it again, or you'll be able to try and stun something different. Also, extra attacks means more chances to charge up, so that'll be quite useful. You've also got to think that if she's in lead, then this will also apply to any other melee characters in your team. So you can run in with a warrior or a scout and start dishing out the damage to multiple enemies. You do take a hit of the amount of damage you'll be giving on your extra attacks, but being able to hit an additional 3 times, I can understand why next games have done that. Her starting traits are Retaliate, Strong, Iron Skin, and Punish. So they're kind of setting you up for a defensive build there. And I'm personally going to definitely get weakening on her. Being able to run in and try and weaken quite a few walkers is going to be invaluable. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it defensive or offensive yet. The reduction in damage on the extra attacks is kind of putting me off it, putting her offensive, but I'm going to have a play around and see how she plays really. Got some gameplay clips from NG of her in action. As you can see, she's run in, hit the tank because she was adjacent to 2 enemies, which includes the one she hit originally. It means she was able to hit the original one again and then also hit the other tank she was adjacent to. You can see how many extra attacks you're going to be able to do and how many you have left on the portrait. The image on the clip is a bit small, so here it is a bit bigger. As you can see on this portrait, she had 2 extra attacks, used one of them and had 1 left. At this point, she'd either be able to attack again or move away, like tactical movement. To go with Rosita, we also have Rosita's Macrowit, which is a very strange word to have to say, and I'm probably just going to refer to it as the spiky bat. But her Macrowit is a bruiser weapon, which hits 3 in front of it, and charge attack is an extra bonus attack, which hits 5 in front of it, and also cripples non-stunnable enemies. This is sounding the same as Luke's gear mace at the moment. The major difference to it is, on its normal attack, if it's a body shot, you have 75% chance of crippling the enemy. And I don't know if that's going to be affected by luck. I have a feeling it probably won't be, but I may be wrong. The traits it's got are Silver Interrupt, Gold Concussion, and Gold Razor, and it's also got inbuilt Tactical. What I'm most excited about this is the fact that it's got Cripple on body shots, and it's also got Interrupt. So if you're in Overwatch or have Zeke in lead, you have a very good chance of ending the Walker's turn early, which is going to be quite invaluable for a bruiser weapon like this. It could be a really good weapon. I don't think it's going to be any better than the Riot Shield. There will be times when it will be useful, especially with the extra movement. It's a clear upgrade on Luke's gear mace, which it's in itself was a clear upgrade on Festive Lucille. So getting better and better, and I think it's well worth getting. It's going to be a really useful weapon. Next games have given me some more gameplay clips for it, just showing that it's the wide 5-space charge attack, crippling a tank, and you can see it hitting 2 in front of it. It doesn't really show off the body shot cripple functionality of it, which is a shame, but should be a good one to get. Next thing to talk about is some Commonwealth armor skins, which we can get from the future survival pass. You get one for Fighter Rosita and for Hunter Daryl. Unfortunately, these can't be used on Assault Rosita or Huntsman Daryl, which is a bit of a shame, but they look pretty cool, and if you get them both and have Mercer, it would be fun to run the 3 Commonwealth survivors on a mission. Would look pretty cool, I think. Speaking of Commonwealth armour, the Commonwealth armour support is getting a bit of a buff. From the update, you will now be able to have full status effect, full struggle, and full critical hit resistance. So what that means is, when you would normally go into a struggle, it will just take you into the red. This is going to be very useful when going up against spikes, in Guild Wars particularly. What I am worried about is the fact that if you go straight into the red instead of struggle, then you've got every chance of being hit again and killed. Hopefully, the fact you won't be able to get critically hit, particularly on bruisers, should mean you should be able to take a couple more hits before you die. I think it is a buff it needed, and it could be really useful. Also, not being able to take critical hits means you do have a much better chance of actually dodging a hit. So that on Eugene in Guild Wars, you could probably run him into quite a large group of walkers and get away with it. Or anyone that has a good amount of dodge and luck. Will it be enough to stop you using some of the other supports we have? Probably not. And just to be absolutely clear, this is the Commonwealth armor support. You don't get this boost just from having the Commonwealth skins from the Survival Pass. Next thing is one of the bits I'm most excited about, and that's some Guild Wars changes. going forward in Guild Wars after the update, you will be able to see more information of the type of mission you're going to be going into. So you'll be able to see if there's going to be threat counter, a body pile, or if it's a kill or walkers. This is going to be really helpful for people planning Guild Wars. You'll be able to easily see where all the kill or walkers are on the maps. So you'll be able to plan for lower level people who maybe only do that and humans. You might also be able to give some threat only missions to lower level people. If they've got threat reducting weapons, then that should make it pretty easy to get through. And body piles, you're going to want to take something that can control large amounts of walkers. I think it's a really nice change. It doesn't yet show you if it's search for clues or killed a tough walker or whatever, but it's definitely a really nice start, and I think it's done in a really good way. So looking forward to that. Along with this, they are rolling back Guild Wars to a version that was less buggy than the current version. And so we'll have our blue dots back, which would be brilliant. But they are also going to be keeping the change of your sword will be taken once you've completed the mission, not as soon as you go in. So hopefully that means not as many lost swords from connection issues. So that's a really nice change. Last thing I want to speak about is the other changes, and there's some really nice stuff in here. You've got tactical trait is now going to be available on armors. I'm not sure if it's still going to be available on weapons. I assume so, but that's going to give more variety on certain weapons that you can use if you can have it in your armor as well, or instead of. I'm also guessing the damage reduction will stack. Point blank shot weapon trait is going to do a boost to total damage instead of just weapon damage, and that can be quite significant, and that will also apply to the special functionalities of the shotguns. So your festive shotguns and Shane's box shots are going to do a lot more damage now than they did before. Some good news for endgamers who have 5 pink heroes. We're now going to be able to trade in those extra tokens for phones. You'll only be able to do this if your hero is 5 pink. A couple of things. There's the thing about the Commonwealth armor again, the description in full, and there's also a new survival pass added for players with lower council levels. I'm really looking forward to the extra damage from point blank shot, and I think having tactical trait in the armor is going to be a really nice touch. There are a list of bug fixes. There's quite a few of them. Nothing major that I would say is a major bug fix. Obviously, if it's a bug that's affecting you, then it's a major one. But you can see those as well as all the other information in more depth that I've gone over in the update notes, link to which is in the description below. So thanks very much for watching. Tell me in the comments below what you are most looking forward to from this update. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, stay safe out there, Survivor. Bye.